Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Week in the Life of an eBay Reseller. My name is Tom, this is Tom's Toys 95 and welcome to the channel if you are new. Please consider subscribing, leave a like and drop a comment down below. So in the episodes I like to document all of my eBay sales, and it starts from Saturday morning all the way through to Friday evening. That gives me the weekend then, so when I start the video on a Monday I have some sales to go over. Now it is a 7-day cycle, so anything that sells in that 7 days will be shown in the video. Any pickups that happened in that time, I will also be including them as well. So up first I went to CEX today on my lunch break. It's now Monday and I popped in and I found some awesome pickups. Now I spent £35 in total, and one of the games is a bit of a bonus game that my boss decided to sell to me today as he has played it and didn't like it. So I spent £50 in total. I've got 7 games to go through, in fact 6 games and 1 Blu-ray to go through, so let's get into it. Up first then, I'll go through the game that I picked up off my boss, and that is a PlayStation 5 game, and that is Assassin's Creed Mirage. I haven't played this yet, he didn't particularly like it, hence why he's selling it. CEX sell this for £25 and you get 16 on a voucher, and they only give 11 cash, so I probably won't be able to make much if any profit on this, but I may play it and then sell it for the same price that I paid for it, so I'll get to play it for free. Otherwise, if I do sell it, I'll probably aim for around £20 to £25 on eBay. After fees I'll probably end up with about £17–18. Up next then is one for my own personal collection, and that is Dynasty Warriors Strike Force. Now I don't believe that I have this game yet, but I'm surprised it's only £4. I've never seen this in any CEX, and I've been collecting this for PS3 games specifically for 3 to 4 years. I've been collecting games longer, but I must admit I've only really been looking out for these sorts of games in the last 3 or 4 years, and I don't remember ever coming across this, and the fact it's only £4 suggests that it's quite a common title, but I'm happy to add this one to the collection. It's really good condition, complete with the manual, so very happy to add that one. Up next then is a game that I already have in my collection, so I will be selling this, and I don't think it's a condition upgrade, although this is really pristine condition, so I will check, but I know the copy that I have is nice as well. But this one is Yaber Ninja Gaiden Z. I believe I've spelt that or said that correctly, I'm not sure. I don't play the Ninja Gaiden games. I played 1 or 2 and they are very difficult. The reason I picked this one up to resell is this was £10. I've sold one for around £10 to £11 before, but as I say, the reason I picked it up was because it came with a comic book. Now you don't usually see this, these usually get taken out when people trade it in, or it comes without the comic book, or people just steal them, I don't know, but it's all complete, comes with the manual. You've got some advertising or DLC codes there, and you've got the comic book as well. So this for a collector is 100% complete, and therefore I should be able to ask a premium on this, and as this is really good condition, I reckon I could get at least £15 to £20 for this. Up next then we've got some Steelbooks and a collector's edition of a game. So up first we have a Blu-ray. This was How to Train Your Dragon. This was behind the counter, and this was a bit of a impulse buy, but this was £6, so I thought I would look it up on eBay, and the cheapest one listed was $14.99, so even if I undercut them by 50p or a pound, I could still sell this for £14 and make a bit of profit. So after fees I would expect about £5 profit on this one. It is really good condition. There is a slight dent on the front, but otherwise a great movie and a great steelbook. The next one then, I've bought and sold this game so many times. It doesn't sell for much, but there's always profit in it. And this is the Shadow of Mordor. This is the Silver Edition and the Argos exclusive. I do believe that I have this already in my collection. There's an Argos and a Tesco exclusive, and then I believe there's some other versions as well. There's a gold version as well, so I do have about 2 or 3 variants of this Steelbook. So if I don't have this already, then I'll be keeping it, but I believe I do. So this will sell for around about £9 to £12. So there's a little bit of profit in this one. After fees and postage, I would expect about £4 profit. So if I can double my money, I'll be very happy. It's all complete. You've got the manual, which is very rare actually for a PS4 game. You've got the manual in there and some DLC. Now, 2 games left. Up next, we have an Xbox 360 Steelbook. I've never seen this one before. It definitely should have a slipcover with this because there's no writing on the spine. They've stuck an age sticker on it and there's no barcode. So it is missing some sort of slipcover, whether that's cardboard or plastic. But either way, it does come with a CD soundtrack and obviously the game disc. No manual, unfortunately. But this is a really, really nice Steelbook. Any Dark Souls fan would love this. I don't have this in my collection. It's a shame there is some marks and scratches at the top of this. I don't know how well you can see that. But I will probably be adding this to my collection unless it's really valuable, and then I'll probably sell it. But if it's this only cost me £6 or £5, I think it was. So if this sells for around about a tenner, I'll probably keep it. But if it goes for 15 to 20, maybe more, then I'll probably sell it. Up next then, last but not least, I believe I already have this one, so I probably will sell this one as well. This is Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Augmented Edition. Now, in here we've got a really nice cardboard box, really thick, durable box. And then we've got a few goodies inside. So the first one is this art book. Now if we just flick through there, there's nothing too great in here, but just your standard art book, quite thin. And then we've also got a nice cardboard sleeve. There's no case or steelbook or anything in this, so the case this time round is this cardboard sleeve. We've got the PS3 disc, and then we've also got a bonus DVD disc. We've also got the manual and some DLC, so I believe this should be 100% complete. So this one only cost me £6. I should be able to sell this for around about 12 plus postage, so after fees I'll end up with about £3 or £4. Lastly, I also popped into Primark and I picked up this Alien Kang and Kodos, I believe they're called, from the Simpsons t-shirt. Now, it's got the old school Simpsons on the back and then the 3 aliens. I'm sure there's only 2, so I'm not sure why there's 3 on there. But anyway, I really like that t-shirt. That was only a tenner. I'll probably be keeping that for myself though. So then, with the video games, I don't expect to make tons of profit, but I've said in numerous videos, video games is what I really enjoy collecting and what I also enjoy selling and listing. They only take me 3 to 4 minutes to list. So if I only make £1 or 2 profit, I really don't mind. Obviously, if I can make more, then that's great. A lot of these games are in some way a steelbook or a collector's edition or have something cool about them. So just doing some quick math, I should expect to double my money. So I paid £35. One of the games I am keeping, so let's say 30. So if I can get between 50 and 60 back, I'll be very happy with that. So then I'm just in the game room and it's time to go through what sold over the weekend. We've got a bit of a mixed bag of sales this week. So there's 8 things that have sold and they vary in prices. We started out with some very, very cheap sales, so I'll go over the first couple. So we got Final Fantasy 0 HD. This is a disc only on the Xbox One. This has been listed for over a year and I've had to reduce the price. I think I wanted about a £5 for it and it ended up selling for £2.45, and that seems to be the most I can get for it, so that'll have to do. Up next we have this non-branded Nintendo Switch Mario Kart controller. You put your Joy-Con in there and off you go. Not really much to say about this. I picked up a Switch bundle with a few games. This came in it and I sold that for £3.50. Doesn't really owe me anything. Up next, I've got this PlayStation Magazine CD. This is like a demo disc with some demos on there, and one of my friends sold me some of his childhood video games. Him and his sister used to play on them, and I spent about £150 on the bundle. I worked out in a spreadsheet, and I believe each disc cost me something like 50p. This sold for £4.99, but this time it had free postage. Up next, we've got a copy of F1 2014 on the PS3, again disc only. I'm not sure what the reason for this one is. There's no steelbook for this game. Usually I only sell the disc only, so in the case of this one, If it's a Steelbook, I keep the Steelbook for the collection or sell it separate, and then I sell the disc on its own. On this occasion, I think either the case was damaged or it just didn't come with one, or it might have been stuck in the console. So this went for, I believe someone sent me an offer for £5. I had it up for £8, so I think it went for £6.75 or £6.50 in the end. I think I took an offer. What's next? So I can't remember the name of the figure, but I believe it's Robin from Batman. And this little 5-inch figure or 4-inch figure went for £5.70. This cost me £1 from a charity shop. I bought quite a lot of figures for £1 each, and they're all Marvel figures. And this one has gone for £5.70. Up next then, we've sold this Far Cry 2 Collector's Edition on the PS3. This is a really cool sturdy wooden box. Now there is a little bit of damage there where the box is just coming away. This was in my own collection. I've had this for quite a while. I believe I bought this from Game, pre-owned for £4.99 some 10 years ago. The only reason for selling really is just I'm going for a full PS3 collection, but I don't collect all of the collector's editions. So I collect the slipcovers and the steelbooks, anything small basically. I don't want big bulky collector's editions filling up all of my space. But this is a really nice version. So we've got the making of CD in there. We have an art book. We have a sealed, unused t-shirt. I believe this is a size large or medium. I don't actually know because it's sealed. It doesn't have the size on it. And then we have a copy of the game in really good condition. And then we have this really nice poster. And then you've got this little wooden box to store it all in. Really nice collector's edition, to be honest. Bit gutted about selling it, but at the same time, as I said, I don't want it clogging up loads of room. So that one sold for £36.50 plus postage. So this next sale I'm extremely happy with. This is a Puma watch from the watch bundle that I keep mentioning and still haven't done a video on. But this is the watch bundle that I spent over £3,000 on. I bought over 240 watches and over 250 pieces of jewellery. So there's almost 500 pieces in that collection. And it was somebody that was selling a watch shop. They basically sold the store and their remaining inventory, they were selling it at a car boot. I saw that they were selling loads and asked why they were selling it so cheap, and they basically explained that they were just selling up the store, and they had loads left, so I said I'd be interested in buying the remaining stock off them. We came up with a deal and I've now got 200 odd watches to sell, but this is one that I'm very pleased with. This sold for £89.99. Now each watch cost me around about £10. I have been struggling to sell the ones that I've listed so far, but that's the keyword, the ones I've listed. I haven't listed many of them so far. There's still so many to list. It's just a mammoth task and I haven't got around to it. But the ones I have listed, some of them have got watches and they're very slow sellers. But this one I only listed probably about 2 weekends ago, and it's real beauty. It's a really nice watch. This is a Puma watch, really nice aluminium bezel. It's a really large dial and face there, and it should be a left-handed watch, so the crown here is on the other side. Nice black leather strap as well. Really nice watch. I'd have loved to have kept that for myself, but I do need to sell them to make the money back. So that one's gone for £89.99. Now realistically I would have probably listed this for around 50 to 60. I would have expected it to sell for. But online these have sold out and they were retailing around £149.99, so I thought I'll try it for £89.99 and just see how I get on, and someone's bought it, so I'm very pleased with that, and whoever gets it, I hope they enjoy it. Now the last thing that sold over the weekend, and that sold a couple of hours ago, is this Sidemen cereal. Bought these last week and sold 2 boxes of 2, and I went and bought 2 more boxes of 2, so I've got 1 set left and I've just sold 1. This one went for a slightly reduced price compared to last week's. This went for £11.50 plus postage. I listed them higher last week because they're brand new and just came out, and there was a bit of hype and excitement for them from their fans and stuff, whereas now they've just sort of been out in the shops. They haven't sold out like the Prime did. so I was expecting this to happen, so I haven't bought hundreds of them. I just bought a few boxes, but I really thought people internationally would buy them, so I did sell one last week international, and I thought that would be the case this week, but no, someone from the UK has bought them, so yeah, whether they're collecting them or eating them, I hope they enjoy them as well. And that concludes all of the sales for this weekend. So I'm going to go and get all those wrapped now, and then I'm going to post them on my lunch break tomorrow. So then, I'm just about to leave work. It's now Tuesday. I've been to the post office, posted all my parcels on my lunch break, and I'm just about to head home. I did notice on Facebook Marketplace that someone was selling 67 Lego minifigures for £35. I did message, and unfortunately someone beat me to it. However, they've just replied to say that the other person hasn't messaged them back yet, and if they don't hear back from them by 5:30, then I can have them. It's now 5:20, so I'm going to go get the cash out just in case, and hopefully they're mine. I'm going to go collect them. The only problem is I don't know how legitimate the Lego figures are, so hopefully they are. They look good. They look like a good mixture of characters in there. I don't sell too much Lego, mainly because I can't really find it. It's usually sold really quickly. But yeah, we're going to go take a gamble on these, and hopefully I get them, and hopefully they're genuine. So she's just updated me that the buyer hasn't replied yet, and I can have them. So I'm just going to head to the cash point now, get the £40 out, and hopefully they're mine. And when I get them, hopefully they're all genuine as well, because the last thing we want is fake Lego for 40 quid, because they'll be absolutely worthless. Bag secured. It's now Thursday, I'm on my lunch break, and I thought I'm going to try and list a few things, or at least draft the listings and then photograph them when I get home, just to try and help myself out and get a few listings on my store. So I found this in the garage the other day when I sold those 2 disc onlys that you saw the other day, and it was in the CD wallet, but I thought I haven't seen this on my store in a long time. I thought this sold, and that is Hot Wheels Unleashed. So I have 3 Steelbooks of this. It's quite a common Steelbook, but it always sold well for me on eBay. The last couple that I've picked up, I've probably sold about 7 of them, and the last 3 that I've picked up haven't sold yet, and the price has probably dropped. But I pick them up with the game, and then I sell the disc only and sell the Steelbook separate. So the disc has always sold out for £10 to £12 for the disc, and this one I must have forgot to list, so this one's going to be getting listed. Up next we've got MotoGP 15, so some of these are the ones I've picked up in the last week or two, so some of them will be in this video and some of them would have been in last week's video, but I paid £3 for this. I'm going to list this for about £9. This one was £4, I believe I do have the art book already, so I'm going to be selling this for around about £9. And then this How to Train Your Dragon Steelbook, this was £6 from CEX, and I'm going to sell this for £14.50. This Middle Earth Shadow of War, I think this goes for around about 10 to 12, so I'm going to be listing it for 10 plus postage. And then Yaber Ninja Gaiden Z, I don't know if I'm going to sell the comic book separately yet, but I'll probably just sell it all complete and ask a bit of a premium on it, and then just sit and wait for it to sell. But this is a really nice condition copy, so I'll probably aim for around about £20 on that one. This one I saw in the garage, and it's bubble wrapped and it was in a box, like ready to go, so I opened up the box to see what was in it, and this was in it, and I must have sold it and someone cancelled the sale, and it was already pre-wrapped, and I forgot to write on it to say what it was, but I don't have the photos anymore, and the listing is not on my store, so I must have forgot to relist it at some point. So that's Sonic Riders on the PS2. This is a promo disc, so that's going to be listed. I believe I asked around about £20 for this, and I paid £2 for it from a car boot, so hopefully I can get around about 18 to 20 again for it. And then the last one is this Deus Ex Human Revolution. I showed you this earlier on in the video. This one is a condition upgrade, or at least the one I bought was an upgrade for my collection. So this one was in my collection, and there is a little bit of damage on there. There's some sticky residue here. So yeah, not as good condition, so I'll probably ask about £8 to £10 on that one plus postage, but I'm happy to add the other one to my collection. Right, then I'm back in the kitchen. It's Wednesday night and I'm going to go over the sales. We've sold 4 more things since Monday, so let's get into it. So the first one is Ghostbusters, the video game. This is the special edition cover variant. However, there is no Blu-ray disc, which it should include. I'm not sure how this is supposed to be packaged, because I think I've got a copy of this and the Blu-ray disc is just rogue loose inside. There's no additional insert tray or an outer box that houses the Blu-ray, so I'm not sure how this originally came. But this one doesn't have the Blu-ray anyway, so that's sold for £9.95 plus postage, and I believe this was from a car boot for around about £2. Now up next, fail, £2, sold these for £2 plus postage. They don't really owe me anything. I've had these about a year or two. I think I bought a big Scooby-Doo bundle and I either forgot to include them or they were like duplicate figures. But yeah, £2. Not really much else saying that. I probably paid about 10p each for them, so it is what it is. Up next, we've got this Diesel Co shirt. This is a nice purple coloured, checkered, buttoned up shirt. Not too much to say about this one, other than the fact that I picked this up for free from one of my partner's friends who she works with, and she no longer wanted these big bundle of clothes that she'd been saving. She likes vintage things, so whenever she's in the charity shop, she always buys vintage or older branded clothes. And her idea, I think, was to sell them on Vinted or Etsy or something like that herself, and then she just never got round to it. So when she was downsizing, she said if I wanted this big bag of clothes. So I've sold quite a lot of that bundle off. I've still got some bits left, and that's one of them, and that's sold for £11.99 plus post, so I'm very happy with that, considering it didn't cost me anything. And the final thing that sold were these mini superhero DC figures. These were purchased from Morrison's in the clearance probably about 6-7 years ago for 25p. This is from a personal collection. I don't really collect superhero figures or anything in particular, but these were 25p, so I couldn't really pass them up. They were being sold for around £4 each. They were really expensive when they originally came out. So we've got quite a few. There's like a bronze or gold Wonder Woman there, silver Batman. So there's loads of different figures. I think there's 11 in here. I'm not sure who this guy is, but he looks quite big. So yeah, there's quite a lot of cool little figures in here. And then they're called Mighty Minis, that's it. I forgot the name of them. So yeah, I think you can swap all the parts over, so all their limbs come off, and you can make an even better superhero, I guess. And then there's like the little tick sheet for it. So there's 11 of those, and I'm not sure if there are any duplicates or not. But yeah, those were quite cool to collect back in the day. Only cost me 25p each, so I think what, £5.50 on the bag, or something like that. No, less than that, wasn't it? It'd be about £2.75, something like that. So yeah, not too much spent on the whole bag, and that sold for £12.50 plus postage. So yeah, that's everything that's sold so far. As always, if anything sells by Friday night, I will update you with any more sales. I'm going to get these wrapped now and take them to the post office tomorrow. Hopefully we'll sell some more things so I can do a post office run on Friday as well. Anyway, see you then. So it's now Thursday, I'm just on my lunch break, and I'm going to go and post those 4 parcels. I wrapped those last night, so that's all sorted. On my lunch break, I'm going to send out some offers. I've got about, I think it was 98 offers that I could have sent out. So I'm going to go through those and try and send some offers out. Hopefully that leads to sales. However, every time I send out offers, barely get any actual sales from it. People that watch items don't tend to actually buy the items, and the people that buy the items don't actually tend to watch the items. So I'm going to get those posted and try and send some offers out, and then I'm going to finish off drafting those video games because I didn't get a chance to do them all on my lunch break yesterday. So once those are drafted, I will try and list them and photograph them either tonight or over the weekend. So at least I've got some new listings going up. But yeah, that's what's happening today. Thursday I have a video game night, so I will be chilling at home and playing some more Helldivers. So I probably won't be doing much in terms of eBay tonight, but anything that does sell, I will do one final post office run tomorrow. So I have sold a couple of things, so I will go over that later on. I was out in town. I did pop into Clinton Cards as I needed a card for a friend for their birthday. However, I did have a look round and they had quite a good sale on some items. There was nothing I picked up. I was tempted to get these PlayStation bowls. They were on sale for $1.99. But in the end I decided against it. But if anyone likes PlayStation or Xbox merch, then go and check out Clinton's Cards. I know it's a bit of a random place to find that sort of stuff, but there's definitely some good things on sale. Those people that have kids might want to check it out for their kids for school, for lunches and stuff. They had a lot of lunch boxes and drinks bottles and stuff. And up next, I popped into TK Maxx. I was looking for a t-shirt to wear to the gaming market on Sunday in London, and I came across this Barcelona jacket that was on sale, and it was on clearance for just £20. Now, this is a really nice jacket, so I did pick it up. So I've just got back to the office from my lunch break, and I posted all my parcels, and I picked up one thing from TK Maxx. It was in the sale for £20, and it's this Barcelona jacket. It's a nice size. I think it's an extra large. It doesn't say in the label, but there is a wash tag in here with the size on. So yep, that's an XL. This was in the clearance. The only thing I noticed about it is it doesn't have a Nike label, like a brand new barcode scan at the till label. It had a TK Maxx label, but that was it. So I can't really prove to anyone on eBay that this is new. I can put it new with tags, but I'm going to probably put it as used, good condition, just because if I put it as new and someone tries to claim it isn't, then I haven't really got a leg to stand on. But it's really nice. The TK Maxx label did say £125 RRP. Now, I don't believe that, but I reckon I could get at least 50 to 60 for this, or at least hold out for that much. If not, I really like it, it fits me, but I'm not going to keep it, I don't think, unless it really struggles to sell. But yeah, I think I could ask for 60 to 70 on that one comfortably, so I'll list that and see how we get on. For myself, I did buy another t-shirt. This is the second t-shirt I've bought this week. I don't usually buy myself all that many clothes. I've got a whole wardrobe full of clothes that I've picked up over the years, so I don't need any new clothes. But me and my girlfriend love tacos, and there's this really cute taco t-shirt, just black, plain and simple, but summer's coming up, so yeah. Me and my friend Connor were playing this automaton mission on HELLDIVERS, and this clip was too funny not to share. So we noticed this army of robots walking in the wrong direction and not noticing us, which was very strange. I pointed this out to him, and then suddenly they all started staring at us and shooting at us, so we had to get out of there. So I'm just going to go through two sales. Now, one has been paid for, so I can post it tomorrow. Now, the other one I might need to post on Monday because the buyer hasn't paid yet. So the first sale, I paid £1 each for these, and it's 5 Star Wars figures. Now, they're around from the 2014 era, I believe. I'm not too sure what all the names are. So we've got this guy here. I think that might be like Anakin Skywalker, I think. I have no idea what the hell this guy is. I just dropped one. I have no idea what the hell this guy is. But yeah, he's pretty ugly. Then I think we've got Ray. I think her name's Ray. And then the last one, other than the one that fell on the floor, we've got C3PO, and he's got a silver leg there. So there's C3PO. He's quite cool. And then the one that fell on the floor, I believe this is Luke Skywalker, is just there. So those 5 went for £12.50. Now I paid £1 each from a charity shop, probably about a year ago now. So I'm glad those are finally sold. They were up for £18. I sent an offer out for 15. They countered with 10, and I countered back with £12.50, and they accepted. Those have gone internationally, so I'm happy those are finally sold. So the next sale, which hasn't been paid for by the buyer yet, I was sent an offer for £18. Now I believe these were up for £21.50 plus £3.50 postage, so it should have been 25 quid for the bundle. So the first one we've got is the Lego Movie 2, the video game on the PS4. They're all on PS4. We've got Troll and Die. Apparently this is a really awful game. I'm not too sure if that's correct or not, but it doesn't look too great from the screenshots. So it's quite a comical game apparently. I never got a chance to check that out, unfortunately. My favourite game on the PS4, one of them anyway, Uncharted 4, so my favourite series. I love Zelda, but Uncharted 4 is the undisputed GOAT for me. And then we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And then we've got Call of Duty World War 2. And Agents of Mayhem, which I haven't checked out, but it's similar to Saints Row from the same makers. So I heard that's a good game as well. The only problem with me why I didn't play this was because it was like £5 or £10, like 2 weeks after it came out. I'm sure it was like really cheap, really quickly. Unless they updated it, but that indicates to me that it sold really poorly and wasn't a great game. But I do like the Saints Row series, so I may have to check this one out in the future. I'm sure it's a free download on the PlayStation anyway, so I can always play it or pick it up again if I need to. But let me know if anyone's played it and if it's any good. Right then, it's now Sunday and it's time to go over the results. That's the week sorted. The only other thing that sold was 2 more boxes of Sidemen cereal, which sold for $11.50 plus postage. So I think I mentioned earlier on in the video they have dropped slightly since they came out last week, but those sold for $11.50 and I only paid £4 for the 2 boxes. So there's still about £5 profit in that, so I'm happy with that. I won't show those, I've already showed those already, so I'll just put a picture on the screen. But yeah, so that's all of the sales concluded for the week. So it is time to go over the results. I've just got back from the London gaming market, so look forward to a video for that. So I've got some footage of the actual market. It was really busy, but I had a great time and I picked up lots of games. I'm not going to show what I picked up in this video. I'm going to do a separate video on that. And most of them, apart from a couple of things which I'll resell, most of them are going into the collection. Some of the things are like condition upgrades, in which case I have a dupe to sell, but I didn't really go there with the intention to make profit. I went there for my own enjoyment. So let's go over the results then. So first off, let me just quickly check how many things sold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 14 sales in total. Would have been 15, but the person didn't pay for the PS3 games. And I had a bottle of Crystal Pepsi. If anyone knows what that is, it's clear cola, which was re-released in 2016. Someone purchased a bottle of that and then immediately cancelled, which was frustrating. So minus those, we have 14 sales in total. Now the gross total income was £256.56, and postage was £28.90, with the fees being £41.41. So I paid £39.44 in total for everything that sold, which isn't too bad. The watch was a tenner, everything else was quite cheap, so if you take off the watch it's only £30 for all of the items. So with the watch, £39.44, and the total cost I got after all of that was £146.81. If you take off what I paid, which was a £39.44, then I would have got £186.25 going into my bank, which is a nice sum. Not a bad week this week. But the total was £146.81 after everything taken out. Now, I think time-wise, I probably put a little bit more effort into the videos, probably spent a bit more time recording. I spent more time shopping on my lunch breaks than usual. As I've said in the last week's episode, I've now moved office, so there's access to more shops, more charity shops, clothing shops, everything, game shops, CEX, cash converters, cash generators. So there's a lot of things near me now, so I'm spending more time on my lunch break actually going shopping and trying to find some stock. But in terms of listing this week, I haven't really had too much time. Those Lego figures, I did want to show a bit more footage on that, but I don't think I have, which I do apologise for. But I went and picked up those Lego figures. Now there's 67 in total, and I've sorted through them. There's probably about 20 that are complete or just missing some accessories, and the rest are a bit random. There's a few mismatched things or things that don't quite add up, or they've got some accessories and stuff missing. So I think what I'm going to do is list the single figures as single figures, and then the 40 or so miscellaneous ones I think I'm going to just list as a bundle. So hopefully I paid 35 in total, so I think I should be able to make at least 50 to 60 back just off the single figures. There's a couple of good ones in there, nothing fancy or nothing too expensive, but I'd say on the whole probably about between £4 and £10 a figure. And then the bundle I'll probably list around about £2 to £3 each. But even so, £2 to £3 each, that's £120. I don't think I'll get that much for it for 40 figures, so I'll probably have to aim around the £1 to £2 mark. So I'll probably list those for around £60. So yeah, not too bad this week. Quite happy with that. I think for the hours I've put in, I've earned more than £10 an hour. I'd say I probably put about 10 hours in. So if I say 14, 16 an hour, so nearly £15 an hour. So I'm happy with that return, especially in terms of time. But now 146 in the bank as a little bonus, especially with the gaming market this week. So I have already been, as I'm recording this, and I did spend quite a lot. So the money I've made this week did help go towards that. So I'm very happy overall. But yeah, if you got this far and you got past the boring rambling bit that I've just been going on a tangent, then thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on next week's episode. Car boot season is well and truly back. I found a different car boot to the one I usually go to, so there will be a car boot video coming up very soon. I think the format for those are going to be, I'll do a separate car boot video, but I may include some of the pickups in the videos in the week for life, or certainly if anything sells from the car boot, then I will. I don't know whether I'll do a pickups video, simply because I'll do a separate video on that, so stay tuned for any car boot videos. But the first car boot video should be up midweek. I'm going to try and get the gaming market video up ASAP, so within the next sort of 24 hours of you watching this video, the gaming market video should be up, and then the car boot video will be on later in the week. So yeah, thank you again for watching. If you haven't liked or subscribed, then please do, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.